All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is May 19th. We got game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We got my Boston Celtics taking on the Miami Heat. Series obviously 1-0 Heat as they have that come from behind stomping against the Celtics era. The Celtics absolutely gave up on basketball. As a Celtics fan, yikes. That one was tough to watch here. The spread tonight is Heat -3.5, and the total sitting right now at 207.5. We're gonna jump in. I got a few picks for you guys. I got a lean against the spread, a first quarter play, and then 2 player props I want to jump into today. As always, keep an eye on the pinned comment. We might add some plays or player props as the day progresses, so keep an eye on the pinned comment. Like I always say, nothing's truly final until I put it in writing in the pinned comment. But let's recap yesterday, Western Conference Finals there, game 1. Yesterday we end up going 3-2. We had the Warriors cashing for us, Dorian Finney-Smith cashing for us as well. We've hit his under in PRAs a couple times now in this playoff run, so you'll love to see it. And then we had our ride of the day come through as well. Jordan Poole over 16.5 points. We get the cheers, we get the applause, and we get the cash here. 3-2 night. Tuesday, so we obviously recorded yesterday's video before our Tuesday games were settled. Tuesday we went 3-3 in the Eastern Conference Finals, game 1. Not a winning positive night that night, but yesterday we did go positive. So you know what? One last cha-ching there. I really do like the Warriors in that series, but let's get talking, like I said, about this Eastern Conference Finals game 2. Before I do that, guys, I'm asking you guys to hit that subscribe button and like this video as well. And if you are curious how you can be the ride of the day and get a shout out in tomorrow's video, all you got to use is hashtag ride of the day in the comments. Give me a play, give me a pick, player prop, total, anything. I'll be jumping on board with one person in the comments that uses hashtag ride of the day. I'll be jumping on board and making you one of your plays, one of my plays, putting my money where your mouth is, and then giving you guys a shout out in the next video. So make sure you use hashtag ride of the day in the comments. And I do also want to just say a big old thank you to our ballers here, ladies and gentlemen. The ballers are the ones that support the channel, $2.99 a month. That link will be in the description and the pinned comment if you do want to support the channel. We'll get a name by name baller shout out in an upcoming video here, because you guys know I love to do that. But you know, let's not waste any time here. Let's jump right into my plays for this one. So Celtics -3.5, or Celtics +3.5 in this one. And I say it like that. Obviously, the correct terminology would be Heat -3.5, but I am a Celtics fan, so I look at a lot of things from the Celtics perspective. I think that this series, I think we saw in game 1, even though that game, you know, kind of got out of hand and you kind of could tell Miami was about to win that game, you saw the Celtics battle back in the 4th quarter as well. I think that this game, or this series, is going to be a very sort of, you know, grind it out type of game. Some trends to look at here. Boston's 12-4 against the spread in their last 16 games. They're 12-5 straight up in their last 17. But 2-4 against the spread in their last 6 games against Miami. Miami is 14-5 against the spread in their last 19. The total's gone under in their last 12, and they're 15-4 straight up in their last 19, and 10-0 straight up in their last 10 games at home. I don't know what it is about that Miami arena or that Miami crowd, but Miami seems to play really well there against anyone that you know, comes in and tries to play them there. The total's gone over in 4 of their last 6 games when playing at home against Boston, which is going to be a lean today. I don't have it up on the screen when we give our plays, but that is going to be a lean today of the over. I think that a lot of people are going to be on the under just because they know that these two teams are so defensive, but you forget that these guys have ball scorers. Like they can put up points like you read about as well. So I'm probably going to lean over. That's a very juicy number there, 207. I think that this could be a 105 to 107 type game, which leads us into our first pick here. Saying this is a lean as of right now. I have not locked it in, but I'm going to roll with my Boston Celtics here, +3.5. We've seen them absolutely bounce back from games. We've seen Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, when adversity kind of, you know, spits in their face, they come back and say, you know what? Let's win this next one, or let's keep it close. Getting 3.5 points here, I could see the Celtics losing this game by 2, 107 to 105, still covering. I think that they come back and win this game, but I gotta tell you guys, I'm biased like I always do. I mean, look around, I'm biased. I love the Celtics, but I am gonna be rolling with my Boston Celtics here, +3.5. That's my first play of the game here. I think that they just do have the ability to keep this close. I got a gut feeling, trusting this big old gut. We saw it in game 1 where they, you know, they can be the better team for a stretch. It just didn't end up that way at the end of the game. All right, for my second pick, I'm going to look like a Celtics homer here, but I seriously, guys, these picks, yes, there's that little bit of bias, but I do still think that they're smart value plays here. And here are the Celtics first quarter money line, plus 110 odds. I think that Celtics come out with a little bit of fire, and yes, we're kind of casting our line here, hoping that it hits with a plus money play, but I think the Celtics have everything to play for in the first quarter. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, these guys are going to come out hungry. Marcus Smart's probable tonight. Al Horford's doubtful. He's probably not going to play. I think the Celtics come out and say, you know what? Let's do this and win the first quarter. In fact, we're getting plus money odds. Maybe Vegas has, gotten me on the hook, but I think that, I like that play there. So let's move on to the next pick here, guys. This one, I got a couple plays here that I want to jump into that, this next one I like a lot. Bam Adebayo, under 27.5 PRAs, minus 121 odds. If you're looking at Bam Adebayo as of late, he has not been the Bam Adebayo that, we've seen absolutely go out there and kind of dominate at times. I don't want to say he's a dominant player, incredible defensive player, but in his last 5 games, he's averaging 12.4 points per game, 5.6 rebounds per game, and 1.2 assists per game. Even against Boston in 4 games, one being the playoff game, 13.7 rebounds, 4.5 assists. If you look at his last 3 games here, 10 points, 10 points, 12 points. He's shot the ball 4 times, 5 times, 7 times. His rebound numbers, 4, 8, 6, assists, 1, 0, 0. Bam Adebayo has not been doing too much as of late. He's been great defensively. Do not get me wrong here. 4 blocks, 2 blocks. He's all over the place. But in terms of a PRA line here, 27.5, he could have 15 points, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and he's still not touching that. So it's like, this guy, this is a huge number. I think this is a very good value play here because I think this number is a little bit too high. I would have considered, looking at this or not really looking at this if this was about 24.5. And the fact that we have a 3-point margin there between what I would put this at and what Vegas put it at, I think that, I'm all over this. I also like his rebounds as well. His rebounds right now are sitting at 8.5. And again, I just went over his rebound numbers there. 4 rebounds, 8 rebounds, 6 rebounds, 7 rebounds, 3 rebounds. He has not sniffed that 9 rebound mark in 5 games. So we're going to lean Bam Adebayo here under 27.5 PRAs, and I might take a peek at his rebounds too. We hit his points in game 1, but I just think that the Celtics team, even without Al Horford, you throw a guy like Robert Williams at him, Grant Williams playing physical. I think that this is just a team that he doesn't necessarily match up completely well with. And, I'm not knocking the player here. I'm just knocking the number of 27.5 PRAs. The only thing, and I'm realistic, right? You guys know that. I call myself a dummy. I swallow the pill if I have a bad play. The only thing that makes me hesitant about this one is that Bam Adebayo has been so bad for the last 5 games, and honestly, for a decent amount of the playoffs, that one of these games he's probably going to go off, right? So I'm hoping that that is not this game, but I will say, even still, his best game as of late, 21.7 boards of 4 assists, still only beat this line by, a handful of points, rebounds, or assists. So feeling pretty confident in that one. Next up, we do have a Celtics under, and you guys know I hate betting against the Celtics. Clearly, look at the board right now. But we got Robert Williams under 9.5 rebounds here. It's weird. I'm taking both these big men's unders. I think that they play each other well physicality-wise. They kind of take each other out of the equation. Robert Williams had a good game 1. I'll give him that. He had 18 points, 9 boards, 2 blocks, and assists. Only 1 turnover as well. But Robert Williams here, his line's sitting at 9.5. Minus 132 odds, not the greatest there in terms of having to pay the juice, but Robert Williams has not had a 10 rebound game since March. And even in March, he only had 10 rebound games. And if you exclude the 2 that he had the 27th and 23rd of March, his last 10 rebound game was over 2 months ago at March 9th. So I'm looking at this saying, you know what? I can see him getting an uptick of minutes. I get it. Al Horford's still doubtful, everything like that. But Bam Adebayo and Robert Williams, I expect to sort of physically remove each other from the game here, where they're so concerned with stopping each other that other guys are going to get rebounds, like, Jimmy Butler and then, Tatum or Brown for the Celtics. So I think that Robert Williams under 9.5 rebounds. I'm not going to say this is a good value play, but I think this is a very good number play. Phenomenal game in game 1. But I do think that he sees probably anywhere from 7, 8, maybe 9. We sweat it out a little bit. Rebounds tonight. So that is going to wrap it up, guys, for the predictions portion of this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. We are grinding towards 10,000 subscribers. Use that hashtag ride of the day in the comments as well. We'll be picking one person to jump on board with in the comments, and make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment as well. That is where all my final plays will be. Everything that I went over today that you saw on the screen is pretty final, but if anything changes, I'll let you guys know in the pinned comment. And that is going to wrap it up, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.